Okay, assalamu alaikum everybody. Today we are going to discuss about the paraphrasing, summarizing and synthesizing. So I think you know about paraphrasing. What is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing is rewriting or restating a text in your own words without changing the meaning of the text or the passage. So you will be given 3, 4, 5 passages and you have to paraphrase, summarize, and at the same time you have to synthesize those passages. You have to read the passages several times and try to understand the meaning of the text. Without understanding the meaning of the text, you can't paraphrase. You won't be able to paraphrase or summarize. So regarding paraphrasing, you know that you have to, synthesizing and paraphrasing. So is the synthesizing new to you? We did classes on paraphrasing, but synthesizing is a combination of the passages, and you have to give your own opinion. You have to comment on the passage, the theme of the passage. Now look at the synthesizing. The fact is that synthesizing materials in sources bring information together. So when you go through the text, 1, 2 or 3 text will be there. Today we will practice the synthesizing, paraphrasing also. So you have to gather the information from the text, and which will help you to interpret for yourself and for your audience. So who is the audience? When you write something, your audience are the readers. Your audience are the readers. So it enables you to provide background, explore causes and effects, and contrast explanations, and consolidate, support your ideas. So synthesis is the core component of the critical thinking and writing process. So when you are going to write a thesis, or when you will write an essay, so you have to think critically. And in this advanced writing course, we have to practice this writing. Now, a strategy to prepare a synthesis of sources. These sources, the sources here, what does sources mean? Sources mean the text, the passages or the articles given to you to paraphrase, to summarize and to synthesize. At first you have to identify the role of a synthesis. Then you read the passage, read your sources and prepare a summary of each text. The text which will be given, text A, text B, text C. Okay. So, and your focus will be on the purpose of your synthesis and draft a summary of your conclusions. So what you are going to read, it may be on climate change, it may be on deforestation or traffic jam, whatever, and the theme is the same, and you have to collect the information from the text, the given text. The problem would be like this, that sometimes you may not understand the meaning of the text. That will be challenging for you. Now, and after that you have to arrange, you have to select a sequence for the sources. Again, I am telling that the sources means the passages or the text which will be given to you to synthesize, to summarize or to paraphrase. Then draft your synthesis and combining your summaries of the sources with your conclusions. So at a time you have to paraphrase, you have to summarize, and you have to synthesize. In this way you are going to write a paper. In this advanced writing course we will just try to know how to write a paper, because when you will be older, you will be in the final year, you have to write term paper. That's why you have to go through these processes and rewrite, so that your synthesis is easy to read and readers can easily identify the sources of various ideas. You have to rewrite. So the first step is you have to read the text, the passages that has been called the sources. You have to read the sources several times and you have to collect the information. You have to paraphrase. After that, you have to summarize, and then you have to synthesize. And it is not that much difficult for you if you understand the text properly. Next, okay, revise, draft. Okay, this is the same. Next, we will go for the practice session. Practice, and I think there is some passages for you regarding. This is regarding climate and agricultural productivity. Now, you will paraphrase, summarize, and synthesize the following passages. This is the first passage. This is another passage, then text C, text. Okay? There are two passages, text A, B, C. B, okay. C. Okay. So two text is there. We will read the text and understand the meaning of the passages, then we will go for writing. You will paraphrase the sentences like this, that okay, you will just rewrite. Rewrite means you will write again without changing the meaning of the text. Look at their sentences here. She is a regular student. She is not an irregular student. The meaning is the same, but you have changed the sentence order, the word order. So here the text A. What is the text about?
Climate.
Yes.
Climate change and agricultural productivity.
Agriculture. Just yes. Try to read it very fast. Try to read it very fast. Yes, primary determinant. Yes, that means the prominent element. Okay? And of agricultural productivity. Interest in this issue has motivated a substantial body of research on climate change and agriculture over the last decade. What is the meaning of decade? Doshok, that means 10 years. Era means? Okay, so 12 years. 12 years. Era. Decade. Decade means 10 years. 10 years. Era. Era means 12 years. 12 years. However, the nature of these biophysical effects and human responses to them are complex and uncertain. For example, crop and livestock yields are directly affected by changes in climatic factors. What does it mean, livestock? Livestock? The cattle farm, gobadi poshu, okay? The cow rearing, such as temperature and precipitation of the frequency and severity of extreme events like droughts, flood, wind storms. Drought means like droughts, floods, and wind stream.
Khara.
Right. That means severity, there is no water, no rainfall, and the soil becomes very dry. That is called drought. Abdullah, what are you doing? What does mean drought? What does it mean? Yes? Drought means? Yes, with the extreme dry soil. When there is no rainfall, the soil became yes, right. In Bangla it is called khara. The soil became just cracked down, cracked soil, too much hot, and no rainfall, no water is there. This is drought. So you have to understand specific words, the unknown words. Without understanding the sentence meaning, okay, you can't go for paraphrasing or summarizing. Clear to you? So then you can ask that how will you increase this understanding of word meaning? So you have to read first. You have to read more, and you have to grow a habit of reading. Without reading, how can you go for? You will forget. At least try to learn 5 words a day, 5 words and 5 synonyms and antonyms. So that, and you have to just use those words in your daily life, in your writing, when you are speaking, when you are talking to somebody. You have to write it. You have to use. If you don't use the words, you will forget again. Understood? In this way, you have to just try to memorize, try to remember the words. Otherwise, you can't go for it. Otherwise, you can enhance your writing skill. Next passage. Agricultural systems are so dynamic. Producers and consumers are continuously responding to changes in crop and livestock yields, food prices, input prices, and resource availability and technological change. So, in agriculture, there are lots of developments. The scientists of Bangladesh and other countries, there are lots of improvements in foods, in livestock, and cattle farms, in agriculture, in inventing the rice. Do you know that once upon a time people don't have that much rice to eat, because there is only one production of rice, one production of paddy. But nowadays there are hybrid foods, hybrid productions, and we get tomato all over the year. Okay, so think of the revolutionary inventions, revolutionary changes in agricultural productions. That's why it's called agricultural systems are also dynamic. Dynamic, what does it mean?
Gotishil.
Right. So it is evolving day by day. That's why the revolution came, the changes came. So you have to understand the meaning. According to these adaptations and adjustments, these are the adaptations, these improvements we are going to adapt. We are nowadays we are very much familiar with broiler murgi, broiler, right? But once upon a time people hate eating broiler. But nowadays we can't imagine without broiler. The chicken fry broiler, the children likes broiler, everybody likes broiler. But without the production of these broiler, with the people, we can't have the capacity to buy the chickens. Because it would be so expensive, so costly. With the people, we are getting broilers, and so this is also a revolutionary product of agricultural or livestock. So I'm just giving you the definition or the sentence so that you have to understand that how you have to collect the information, how you will gather the ideas so that you can paraphrase, you can synthesize. Who is talking there? Okay, go and talk to them. Now, failure to account for human adaptations either in the form of short-term changes in consumption and production practices of long-term technological changes will overestimate the potential damage from climate change and underestimate its potential benefits. Okay, please pause it. Now, at first, okay, you have read 2 passages given on the screen, and after that you now what you are going to paraphrase. This is a sample for you. Okay, your paraphrase would be different, no problem. This is just an example that you have to paraphrase like this. From the passage, 2 passages, the paraphrase will be maybe like this: that agriculture is primarily influenced by climate. You can write down on your copy, which plays a critical role in human well-being. Human well-being means? Yes, human welfare. In Bangla it will be Manav Kollan. Okay, Samira, where is your copy? Take out your copy and write down. So think of this, that meaning is the same, but the sentence is completely different. As a result, there is growing concern about how climate change could impact agricultural productivity. Agricultural productivity or agriculture productions. Agriculture productions. I have told you that there are revolutionary improvements in agriculture. Otherwise, we the people, okay, we can get enough food, enough meat, or fruits also. Nowadays, okay, mango can grow in all seasons, and that we are getting done pata, that is, and tomato all over the year. So are you writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, quick, be quick. This is a sample how to paraphrase. Or if you want to paraphrase in a different way, no problem. No problem. Isha, are you writing? The 2 passages, this is a very short passage. Due to this, it seems to be larger for you due to this design, but it is short. So research over the past decade has focused on understanding these effects. Okay, as climate change is expected to affect crops, livestock, and water availability. So during the drought, where is the duster? Yes. During the drought, the water is unavailable. So what do the people do when the water is unavailable and the farmers need water to grow crops? So they have to irrigate. The huge water is needed for agricultural production. So irrigation is essential. They have to use machineries, use pump to collect water.
Ma'am,
Yes?
what we are doing now?
Paraphrasing. This is the paraphrasing. After that, I will show you summarizing, and after that, synthesizing. This is paraphrasing. So changes in temperature, precipitation, and extreme weather events like droughts directly influence crop and livestock yields. Additionally, rising carbon dioxide levels could boost plant growth. Plant growth, that means the growing plants. So there are lots of influence due to climate change. And soil erosion severity. Soil erosion. Erosion means, what does erosion? Yes, erosion. Erosion. The breaking down of the banks of river. যেটা হচ্ছে নদী ভাঙন, নদী ক্ষয়, erosion, নদী ভাঙন, erosion. Yes. Okay. Since agriculture is a managed ecosystem, managed ecosystem, human responses are essential in assessing climate change impacts. So who are responsible? Human beings. Responsible to manage, because climate change is very much inevitable. Weather will be changed, and it is a very continuous process, and we, the human being, we should manage, we should adjust, we need to adjust, we need to adapt with these changes. We need to adapt with these changes. What does it mean, adapt? Adapt means yes, khap khaiye chola, cope up with, accustomed with. Farmers and consumers continually adapt to changes in yields, prices, resources, technologies. Ignoring these adaptations, whether short term or long term, could lead to overestimating climate related damages or underestimating potential benefits. Overestimating climate change related damages. Climate related damages, what are the damages? It may be erosion, it may be droughts, unavailability of water. Okay, you know that the water level is getting lower, water level under the soil. And what about the sea level? Sea level is rising up due to this climate change, due to the greenhouse effect. So this is, I am again telling you that this is the sample. You can write in your own words, no problem. Just I am giving you that how you have to paraphrase. You need not to go write the sentence by sentence, just try to read the text 3, 4, 5 times to understand the meaning. So if you have finished, I want to go for summarizing. Okay, and I will upload these slides on ERP, no problem, on your WhatsApp group. So, okay, have you finished writing, or we will go for summarizing? And there is synthesis also. This is this type of case. This is just for your practice, but you have to practice of your own. So if you don't understand the meaning of the words, so you have to go through it. You have to read between the lines. Try to finish first. Which do you have any unknown words? Any other unknown words here? Okay. Next time, okay, I will upload these slides on the ERP. And this is summary. Summary will be shorter than paraphrase. What about summary? Climate significantly impacts agriculture, which is vital for human welfare. Look at, in the paraphrase there is human well-being, and human welfare is the same word, but we have used in a different way. So climate significantly impacts agriculture, which is vital for human welfare. Climate change may affect crop and livestock yields. Water availability, pest means the kit potongo, the insects. Pesticides, and soil erosion. Soil erosion. So rising carbon dioxide levels could enhance plant growth, but the overall effects depend on complex biophysical factors and human adaptations. Maybe some scientific terms are there, it will be unknown, it can be unknown for you, but don't bother about it, you just try to focus on the theme or the main inner meaning of the passage. Some scientific terms may be unknown to you, don't be too much worried of. Since agricultural systems are dynamic, incorporating short-term and long-term human responses, that means the human activities, human responsibilities. Human responsibilities is crucial to accurately measure climate change impacts. Climate change impacts, that is the impact of climate change, and there is the climate change impacts. Neglecting these adaptations could distort that understanding of potential damages or benefits. That means the damages means the disadvantages and benefits means advantages, the merits and demerits. Here the words are damages and benefits. So try to use different words. You should not use one word more than one time. Clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So summary will be shorter than preface. Then after that we are going to discuss about synthesis or synthesize. Okay, now climate change poses a significant challenge. Here look at the word poses. In the next slide, that climate significantly impacts agriculture. So the meaning is the same, but you are giving new words. Poses a significant challenge to agricultural systems due to its effects on crop and livestock productivity. Think of the sentence pattern. So you have to use new words. And water resources, ecosystem, dynamics. While rising carbon dioxide concentrations or carbon dioxide level may boost plant growth, and in the last slide we see that could enhance plant growth. Enhance, here the word is used boost plant growth. Changes in temperature, extreme weather, pest patterns, complicate predictions. The dynamic nature of agriculture and human adaptations, both immediate and technological, play a critical role in mitigating climate impacts. Mitigating climate impacts. Mitigate means minimizing. Mitigating, okay? Or facing, encountering. The understanding these responses is vital for an accurate assessment. So, human beings need to understand the responses or their activities or the impact of the activities, as failure to account for them may lead to exaggerated damage. So, this is another new word for you. Exaggerated means, do you know any of you? Yes, exaggerated, that means excessive. Excessive damages, that means huge damage. Exaggerated. So, if you know the another meaning or synonymous words of exaggerated, you can use excessive. You can use excessive. You can use huge. Large number of damage or huge damage. Okay, collateral damage. Collateral, this is also, okay, colossal damage. So you need to know the words. For enhancing your writing skill, at first you need to know words, sentence structure. Different types of sentence structure will give variety in your writing and missed opportunities for potential benefits. So when I talked about synthesis, you were very much anxious of, ma'am, give an example, how could we can do, how we can write, how we can synthesize. That's why I have given you this type of example. Just try to use your own words, try to use different types of words, and don't use one word more than one time. So you need to build your vocabulary. You need to know various types of sentence structure so that you can write diversified sentences without changing the meaning of the text. So wow, how will you, without practice, you can't gain this habit. You can enhance your writing skill, or this is a skill, isn't it? So without practicing, without rigorous training, yes, obviously, without rigorous training, nobody can't, okay, can develop or improve writing skill. So clear to you that paraphrasing and summarizing and how to synthesize. So this is not that much difficult, but the thing is that you have to know more words, you have to build and enrich vocabulary. Yes, and you have to know the correct writing, correct structure, try to write different structure. A sentence you can write in a different ways. In this way, your writing will be more enriched. Okay? Any question? Okay, thank you.